Hello, and welcome to the Wonder Garden channel. If you have orchids that haven't bloomed for years, even though the plants are still green and healthy, then this video is just for you. Proper care and regular fertilizing at home play a very important role in stimulating orchids to bloom again. Today, I'll show you a simple fertilizer formula that helps regulate the plant's growth and stimulate the development of new flower spikes. When applied correctly, your orchids will bloom again, with more flowers on each spike, fuller blooms, and more vibrant colors. If you're new to growing orchids, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss simple yet effective orchid care tips. Let's get started. The first ingredient I'll use is coffee. Coffee contains nitrogen, potassium, and many natural organic compounds that help stimulate orchid growth, support leaf and root development, and especially help the plant store energy in preparation for blooming. I use 1 small spoon of coffee powder. Then I mix it with 500 milliliters of boiling water. The hot water helps extract the nutrients in the coffee more effectively. After adding the coffee, stir it well. Cover it and let the solution sit for 1 day before using it, to avoid affecting the orchid's roots and leaves. The next ingredient I'll use is banana peel. If you have bananas that are already soft or starting to rot like this, don't throw them away just yet. You can make good use of the peels as an organic fertilizer for your plants. It's a very simple, cost-effective method that's safe for orchids and helps them absorb nutrients naturally. Banana peels contain many natural nutrients, especially potassium, along with phosphorus, calcium, and a small amount of magnesium. These nutrients help stimulate blooming in orchids, make the flower spikes thicker, ensure even blooming, enhance color, and help the flowers last longer on the plant. In addition to the English voice, we have now created dubbed voices in French, German, Italian, Spanish, Portuguese, Japanese, Hindi, and Indonesian to help you understand the content more easily. Listen in your preferred language by opening the video and clicking on Settings, the gear icon, to select the appropriate audio language. After chopping them into small pieces, I'll put all the banana peels into a clean glass. Next, add 500 milliliters of warm water. The warm water will help extract potassium and other nutrients from the banana peels more quickly and effectively. Cover it and let it sit for 1 day before using. Before using the homemade liquid fertilizer, I recommend rinsing the orchid with clean water first. This pre-watering step helps moisten the roots, wash away salts and residue in the growing medium, and allows the roots to open up and absorb nutrients more effectively, preventing fertilizer shock when applying the nutrient solution directly. We should rinse the plant about 1 hour in advance. This amount of time is enough for the roots to stabilize their moisture levels and for the plant to adapt to the watering conditions, allowing it to absorb the fertilizer more gently and effectively, while minimizing the risk of root burn or stress. After one day, once the coffee and banana peel solutions have soaked long enough, strain them thoroughly to remove all the residue. Next, mix the coffee solution and the banana peel solution together thoroughly to create a nutrient-rich liquid fertilizer ready to use for your orchids. To keep the concentration stable and safe for orchids, I dilute this mixture with 1 liter of clean water. After dilution, we get a mild liquid fertilizer that's ideal for regular use, allowing the roots to absorb nutrients effectively without causing shock or root burn. Method 1. Use a portion of the solution. Soak a cotton pad or soft cloth in it, then gently wipe both sides of the orchid leaves. When wiping, you should work slowly so the solution is evenly absorbed across the leaf surface, especially the underside, where many stomata are concentrated. The solution contains potassium from banana peels, which helps thicken the leaves, make them firmer, improve nutrient transport within the plant, and support the formation of flower spikes later on. Caffeine and the micronutrients in diluted coffee help stimulate metabolic activity, making the leaves darker green and reducing yellowing, or weak, soft leaves. In addition, the solution helps clean off dust, fungal spores, and small insects on the leaves, thereby lowering the risk of pests and diseases and helping the plant photosynthesize more efficiently. You can apply this leaf wiping method once every 7 to 10 days for the best results. Method 2. Pour the diluted solution into a spray bottle. Then mist it evenly over the entire orchid canopy, including both the front and back of the leaves. Pay special attention to the underside of the leaves, as this is where aphids, thrips, and other small pests often hide and are difficult to detect with the naked eye. Spraying the solution directly onto this area helps limit pest development while keeping the leaves clean and healthy. The coffee in the solution at a mild concentration helps repel insects and stimulates the leaves' metabolic activity, making them greener and stronger over time. Meanwhile, the potassium from the banana peels is absorbed directly through the leaf surface, providing quick nutrients for the plant, supporting flower bud formation, and helping produce stronger spikes, larger blooms, and more vibrant colors. You should apply this misting method once every 7 to 10 days, preferably in the early morning or late afternoon. Avoid spraying during intense sunlight so the plant can absorb the nutrients better without causing leaf shock. Method 3. In some areas with year-round hot and humid temperatures, especially regions where there is little difference between day and night, Phalaenopsis orchids often have difficulty blooming. The reason is that Phalaenopsis orchids need a noticeable temperature difference, especially between day and night, to stimulate the plant to release growth hormones, which in turn triggers the formation of flower buds. If you live in an area with this kind of weather and climate, you can apply a small but quite effective trick. After diluting the fertilizer solution as instructed, add a few small ice cubes to the mixture. Stir gently as the ice melts. This will naturally lower the temperature of the fertilizer solution. Next, pour this solution into a watering can and water it evenly around the base of the orchid. The cooler temperature of the solution will make the plant think that the surrounding environment is experiencing a temperature change similar to seasonal transitions in nature. This change helps stimulate the plant to shift from the growth phase to the reproductive phase, encouraging the formation of new flower spikes. Finally, place the orchid in a spot with gentle indirect light and good air circulation, and avoid harsh direct sunlight at midday. Proper lighting will help the plant photosynthesize more efficiently, maintain stable growth, and support the formation of flower spikes. Results. After caring for the orchids with this homemade organic fertilizer solution, I noticed very clear changes in a short period of time. The leaves became darker green, glossier, and noticeably firmer than before. New roots began to grow abundantly, thick, healthy white roots that anchored firmly in the pot. Most importantly, once the plant had accumulated enough nutrients and received suitable temperature change signals from the environment, new flower spikes started to appear from the leaf axils. This is a clear sign that the plant is in a stable growth state and ready to enter the flowering stage. With this simple care method, using homemade organic fertilizer and applying it correctly, your orchids will soon bloom beautifully, producing more flowers that last longer and become even more stunning over time. When orchids are cared for properly, their flowers stay on the spikes longer, with fresher colors and better durability as time goes on. What do you think about this natural, organic method of caring for orchids? Leave your thoughts in the comments below so everyone can share and learn together. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Wonder Garden channel so you won't miss more simple yet effective orchid care tips in our upcoming videos.